Hi, I'm Lisa Belash. I'm a Reebok One ambassador, and I'm also the creator of the Kettlebell Bombshell DVD series. Today I would love to go over the Turkish get-up. I'm going to show you the proper technique and form to use while performing this exercise, and I'm going to show you a couple things to avoid that are very common mistakes that people don't even realize that they're doing. So you may have already been doing this exercise for a while, or maybe you're learning kettlebells and you're new to it. So the proper way to do things is always going to be the best way to keep you healthy and injury-free, and also to make sure that you do get results. And you'll enjoy your training a lot more when you're doing things right. Okay, so starting off on the ground, the number one thing with the bell is most people just hold the bell in any old place in their hand. They just hold it in the middle. Most people hold it dead center. Very bad, because what that can do is put undue stress on your shoulder and your forearm, and it fatigues the muscles a lot faster, and it doesn't allow you to use as heavier as a weight that you could be using. So obviously we always want to start off with a weight that is challenging but not too challenging to where we can't do the move properly. So make sure that the kettlebell you're using is comfortable for you, especially in the learning stage. Now, I often teach it to people the move first without any weight at all, because I want them to understand all of the elements that go into the Turkish get-up, because there's quite a few. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to put my bell off to the side. When you start lying on your back, you want to make sure you have the same leg is going to be bent on the side that you're holding the kettlebell. So let's say that I'm going to start on my right side. So starting on the ground, lying down, I'm going to have this leg bent, this leg will be straight, and I'm going to have this elbow is slightly bent. The reason for this is you want to actually get up using the elbow and this foot. It's not cheating, it's proper technique. So we're going to actually roll onto this side, which makes us use our oblique muscles. So it's really cool. It's a lot of abdominals. So what we're going to do is you're going to start by pressing your bell up, and then you want to sink that shoulder back down into the socket. This elbow is going to remain slightly bent, and this heel, this foot, you're going to dig this into the floor. So you're going to take a deep inhale. You want to exhale, you want to roll up by pushing into the elbow and this foot into the floor, and then go to this position here all the way up on this hand. Sink the shoulder, eyes will be on the kettlebell. Now, when you go to lift your body, there's two variations that you can do. You can lift your body and you can swing this leg through and then square your hips. Or if that's a little too challenging for you, you can start from here. You can slide this foot out in front, cross this under, and then go up onto your knee as such. Now that is a lunge variation. So either way, if you're a beginner, you might want to try the lunge variation, but if you've already been working out and you have pretty good body awareness, go ahead and try swinging the foot through. Okay, so once again, we're going to go from here. Exhale, pushing up. Going to lift this leg, swing it back, and go to this position here. And then when we stand, you want to actually rock onto that foot forward. Now here's a couple things that I have to correct as an instructor. When people do this position, they want to come forward with the hips. That you'll never get that leg back if you push your hips in front. You actually want to lift your hip sideways underneath this arm. So see how I'm kind of like tilting my hip up? Then easy breezy to swing that back through and then coming up. So it makes it a lot simpler for each person to do it when you're doing it that way, opposed to pushing the hips up. Very common mistake. Okay, so after you're standing up, walking backwards, we're going to go through the whole exercise again. You're going to step back, slowly lower down. Now here's the common mistake. People put their hand back here and sit on their heel. Well, as soon as you do that, you're sinking into the hip, you're not using the core for support. So from this position, your hand should be parallel to this knee, but out from the knee. So now my body weight is being distributed a lot different, and I'm going to actually feel the emphasis right here. That's what you want to feel. You want to use those abs. So from here, like this, bring it forward and have a seat. Go back to your elbow, scoop in the abs, roll your spine one vertebrae at a time till your head is completely secure on the floor. Then you'll bring the bell down. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the kettlebell to it. This is a little heavier than I would normally use. This is 22 pounds, but I would recommend you start off with something pretty light. Now you want to put the bell at the base of your hand, not in the palm. You want to put it on this bone, the wrist bone. And it may feel uncomfortable at first, but you'll get used to it, trust me. So from here, so let's say that I start on the floor. If you have a heavier weight, don't pick it up like this and just throw it up. You want to hand it to yourself. So take it and set it into the rack. So what I'll do is I'll slide my hand through it, and I'll take the other hand and position it into the rack position like that. Okay, now, pushing the bell up first, sink my shoulder. All the rules apply that I just, went over with you. So think of everything. Sink the shoulder. You're going to inhale, exhale, rolling up, sink that shoulder. You're going to lift, kick back, squeeze your glutes to square those hips. Now I'm going to rock forward and then stand. So stepping back, slowly lower down. Remember, keep this parallel to here, so I'm not sinking in my hip back like that. I'm upright. And now from there, sinking this shoulder also. You're going to bring it forward, and then you're going to go back to the elbow and roll it down. Okay. To switch sides, you grab the horns of the bell, cross it over your chest, not your face, and we'll do it on the other side. Okay, so racking it, helping myself there. Push it up. Exhale. Lift. Kick it back. Squeeze my hips. Squeeze my glutes to square my hips. Stand. Step back. Slowly lower down. Make sure I'm not sinking in that hip. As you can see right here, lots of abs right there. Bring it forward. Always keep the bicep by the ear. Then I'm going to go down to my elbow and slowly roll down. And then safely bring the bell down. So go ahead and practice that if you're new to it, or maybe you already know it. But a few cues in there might be very helpful to make sure that you're getting the best results you can using your kettlebell. Thanks. Till next time. See you guys later. You can check me out at kettlebellbombshell.com.